Sorry.
That's all right.
Interesting.
Flood levels.
To see where
We ain't finished yet.
Going past us, you can actually work out how many trucks are off the road. And looking at that one, there's about 36 trucks off the road and being brought. He's now moving back to this side of the river. And the castle we are now passing on the right is the Stolzenfels Castle. Situated above the Stolzenfels, which is 240 foot above the Rhine, was built in the 13th century, destroyed by the French in 1689, and built up again in 1836 to 1842.
I wrote my card on the screen. Shall I do 3 the same? No, you'll never serve.
That's what I think it makes it.
Late, I've lost those down stamps, so you can't. This person tells me.
No, I was wondering about the very bottom. There's once you know about that.
I usually buy the stamps
We're
with the cards and
under
then
sale.
straight on.
That's what you do, and then
It must be like mountain goats when they pick them.
Yes, I said to that chap yesterday when he came round to ask questions, I said, I saw some people working on one.
Yes.
I said, all men.
No, these are ladies I saw.
Were they?
Plus it's very hard work. Yeah, I know it.
No,
What's the
men
price?
eat cats.
You're in a hurry, aren't you?
no.
You couldn't.
No, not this
Ah,
You went as an individual.
Just over there, then.
Mick, that's where the line is in the water. That's the Moselle.
Yeah.
That's where the line is in the water, where the waters
Yeah.
mix. Let's go here a bit further.
while they were liberal, too liberal for the Catholic Church. So on the order of Philip the Fair of France, they were excommunicated, yes, by the Pope. And the last 13 knights came here to Castle of Laneck. And they were beaten in a desperate battle on the compass. And, well, 1 hour to load. And 2 hours for the reloading. Okay, this is our crosses, and they were used at the war, you know. They're very heavy, very heavy. I cannot handle it. These are just noise makers, salute guns. And they were fired, of course, to make noise, so New Year's Eve, or birthday, or wedding, and so forth. The architecture of this castle is the same as with others. They have a courtyard, and this is particularly for the layout, because the weakest part was, of course, the south, so they had the economy rooms there, you know, storerooms, kitchen, and the keep, the tower, of course. And behind me to the east is the chapel of St. Ulrich, and the very safe point of the castle are the living rooms where we go through afterwards. That is called the palace. That are the living space, the living dark hole. The stair, winding stair you see there, was built the beginning of 1910, 1915, around that time. A wooden stair, winding stair, to the top of the tower was there and started the first floor. No, this is first floor, second floor. The American. It's a big one. The christening of young boys and girls. So the acoustic is very good. Here you see 3 portraits of archbishops and electors. The outer ones are electors of Mainz. The middle one is the last elector and archbishop of Cologne. His name was Maximilian Franz. There was enemy land in former times. Enemy. There is Niederlahnstein and Koblenz over there. The Rhine River, and this is the border. What's the border? The Lahn River. That was formerly a cloister. Today it's a church. So it's a church where Catholics go like Europe. Yes, pilgrims, yes. This is a lady from the time where the German, what is it? There was an order went to the east, the Deutschorden. That there were knights in the 16th, 17th century, no, after the Year War. Yeah, maybe even later, 17th century, 18th century, even or maybe earlier, no, it's earlier. They discovered and conquered the eastern part to Königsberg, to Prussia, to East Prussia.
I wasn't going to
Deutsch.
ask you just keep sliding.
The boys because it is colored, just schablon. It's colored. Yeah, that is like it's there's a hall in here. So see a clock here, there, over there. That's a Grand Park clock. 250-year-old. Was manufactured or built in Holland, not manufactured. That is with factories, but it's a handmade one. 250-year-old, and it's it's functional, still functioning, and well, we won't show it unless. This room, and we constructed it, renovated it a little bit, and they thought it would be better here to prevent it from falling apart due to the weather conditions. Okay, everybody in here? Wonderful. That's the last of our 3 briquette rooms, and this covers Napoleon time. Some of the. At the end of my little tour through the castle of Larnac, some.
Yeah.
Its position is more dominant, because you've got a feeling of actually definitely controlling the line.
Bang, your head's gone.
What's that? I mean, on fire. I like to laugh on the menu.
Yeah.
One of the things was chest and goose. Sticks with pig.
Especially as we've got that advertising hoarding there. But to remind you, straight ahead of us at the moment is Rheinfeld's castle. Just up on the hill to our right is Katz's castle.
Do it tonight, because you go through everything with downlighting. You can take some money down, so we can guide you through it, go through it all of it.
Right now, this next bit is quite spectacular. This is interesting as well. They've actually got a temporary ramp in place here, because the normal ramp you can see below it. You can see another set of signals, again telling
actually see the site now. There she is. I'm going to try and do that now. I think it's now. That's a blue side with white on.
From whichever way the enemy came. And Oberwessel has the distinction of having the most intact of its city walls, and there were watchtowers all around the city wall. Originally 21, Oberwessel retains 16 of these towers, and you'll be able to see some of the wall which stretches around the back of the town, the hillside side of the town. A couple of lovely churches here. You've got the church just over on the right hand side now with the what looks like a fortified tower. That's St. Martin's, and that dates from about the 14th century. There's a couple more. I'll point them out as we get right up close to them.
Some people say it's named after birds, but it's not.
Yeah, because we've got a lot of old buildings now. I might go with my camera and take that.
And then
This is a Thunderbar. It's a bit dark in here.
Attention, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in Rudolfsheim to Siegfried Mechanical Music Cabinet. Well, this is...
Come on.
Europe, in Europe. All instruments in this museum were built between 1780 and 1930. We start with this Weber Maestro. This one was built in 1926, which was the end of the mechanical music era. And it was built as a dance, jazz orchestra, because it plays 16 several music instruments. Years old. Sometimes it's out of order.
think, for the benefit of my companions, between that and that was this, because you've got a photo here, and a soldier billeted me with me during the Great War, bought me one of those. I had one of those.
Actually, not supposed to
Made
an icon.
by Edison Bell. Marketed in England. Only a point of interest, ladies and gentlemen. If I ever known that.
Thank you very much.
Have you stepped off it?
No. No. Because it's belt driven. So people will not. When I got married, I had a son, and I bought him a Meccano, and we wanted to work. I made a leather belt, and I drove the machinery to that. And I only got that 10 years ago. That, I taught him how to throw a field goal. You know what I mean?
Then, here, a Hoopveld Violina. This one was presented for the first time to the public in 1910 in Brussels. And at this time, people called this machine the 8th world wonder. But why? Here you got the answer. Well, this is a German version because the river here is the Rhine, and over there, you know, in Skyline, you see mines in the Middle Age. So, we've got in this room two grand reproducing pianos, a Belgius and a Bernstein over there, and they work with the belt system, which means that you can hear real pianist.
We're missing one. Daryl? Yes. Did you see what Harold did?
I said take the truck.
Ja, så fan det.
Ja.
As we come back, passing St. Goar and St. Gorhausen, just a little bit more information about the Rhine. I haven't pointed them out, but I'm sure a lot of you have noticed the birds.